Welcome to Blueprints and Bottomlines. I'm your host, Celie.
And I'm here. I'm your co-host, Sixley.
This is a show where real life, real business, and real conversations meet. Every week we break down the strategies, stories, and mindsets that help you build a life with purpose and the bottom lines to match.
Let's build.
Let's build.
Let's do it. So what are we talking about today?
I'm going to ask you guys the question. Do you think you learn more from success or do you learn more from failure?
Yeah, let us know what you think before we get into it.
To me, it's not even a question. You don't learn anything from winning.
There are no lessons at the top.
You don't know. You learn nothing from winning, and you'll consistently repeat the same situation if you don't learn. So you'll stay on the bottom for a very long time until you actually learn that lesson, and you just look like you keep losing. But if you take a real good look at it, you're just not learning anything from that lesson. Like, a lot of the time you'll have a bad friendship or a bad relationship,
Right.
where you're dealing with the same type of girl or the same type of guy,
Right.
and you don't learn anything from that. You break up with them, but you
Move on to the next person,
and
and
it's the
they're the same relationship.
same lesson. You get the same exact same person, same lesson. Or you got a friend that you feel like your friend is a user. They keep just using you for what you give them. You're free-hearted and you keep lending people money and they keep
Right.
running off on you. And you'll keep learning that exact same lesson, or you'll keep going through that same challenge until you change.
That's true.
This seems like it could be a really short episode, but in all honesty,
Not much to say.
so much to us. The answer is you learn everything from failing, and it's just up to you how much that tuition is going to cost you or how long that course is going to be.
Right.
Because a lot of people stay there for a long time, but there's some people who can easily, like, that's hot, I'm not going to touch that anymore,
Right.
and move on. But
It's like, at what point do you have like the self-awareness to be like, man, I need to take a look inside and be like, why does this keep happening to me?
I do that all the time. I'm like, why do I keep seeing this same challenge?
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. Me and my wife go through it all the time. Like, I get a business partner and we get into business. Everything is beautiful. I'm like, oh no, babe, he's different.
Yeah.
This is the best. Everything is great. And then something comes up. I'm like, babe, I hate this guy. Like, I want to kill this guy. Like, what do I do now? Like, I told you, but I'm like, nah, don't say I told you. Like, what do I do? So, yeah, you learn more from failure than you learn from success. So when you fail, you don't want to look at it as an L. You want to look at it as a lesson. And I know that sounds cliche, you hear it all the time, but it's actually the truth. You're really learning. And I mentioned it before, Thomas Edison with the light bulb. How many times did it take him to get the light bulb,
Right.
and he got it right that one time? Okay, and it's over. Now I know how to make a light bulb. So, like I said, you need to continue to build on. Maybe you don't get it right the next time. Maybe you get just a little bit closer to getting it right. But if you continue to have the same problem, it's a deep search inside.
No, yeah, and then one of the things I like to do is if I see that there's like a pattern where there's something I'm not getting and I keep coming across the same thing, I'd be like, okay, what do I have to learn from this? There's something that the universe is trying to tell me. There's a lesson that I need to learn. So what does this actually mean? I'm a very like analytical person, so I'm always trying to like figure out the reason why to things. So I feel like if you're having an issue and you're having a lot of failures and a lot of them consistently look the same, then you need to find out what is the common denominator.
Yeah,
Like, what's the issue?
and
What's the lesson?
it takes real self-evaluation. Like, it's something that a lot of people don't like to look in the mirror, like to blame themselves, but everything is your fault. Like, as an adult, everything is your fault.
Yeah, you contributed to that. A lot of people don't like to take accountability, right?
That's it.
Yeah. Even the things that you feel like are outside of your control,
It's your fault.
they are your fault because you allowed them to happen to you.
Like-
and it sounds crazy and delusional to say that. Like, how is it my fault that it rained today?
You should have brought an umbrella.
Yeah. You could have been well prepared with an umbrella and some rain boots.
Could have
and
had a rain jacket.
a rain jacket, but you didn't, so you
didn't.
got wet.
Your fault.
So it's your fault.
If you look at the world like that, it stops looking like an attack on you. You know what I mean? You start looking like yo, I could have done this. You know what I mean? It was there in front of me. And yeah, sometimes like, well, I don't want to look at the weather today. Okay, well, you rolled the dice and you lost.
Right.
And that's just what it is. So
Because a lot of people choose to, victimize themselves.
I do not know what that's like.
Same.
I do not know what that's like. I cannot be a victim. The victim mentality is so easy. It's like, again, self-pity feels amazing.
It does.
And it feels-
When you reject the responsibility of life and you just choose to be like,
Whoa.
no, that was done to me.
Oh, why did it happen? Why does it always, this always happens to me?
This always happens to me.
Yes. Why does it always happen to you though?
Yeah.
Why doesn't it happen to him? Why doesn't it happen to him? Why doesn't it happen to her? Like, yeah. And look, I mean, speaking of, I'm looking on the internet today and I see this whole 50 Cent, T.I. and the thing is 50 Cent understands how to turn drama into
Dollars.
like he understands. He's like, yo, he probably was one of those kids that, yo, I got into beef. I know how to find beef. So let me build a burger joint. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna figure out how to monetize this. He said it. And I know I come on here all the time and tell you all the famous people I met. But these things are really true. I don't cap about nothing. What am I lying about? Well, when I met 50 Cent, it was the craziest thing. And shout out to 50. He is...
Nah, he's really a cool dude, down to earth.
Yo, I learned so much from him in such a short amount of time. And the thing is, I wasn't even supposed to meet him.
Yeah.
So I was in my sneaker career. Found myself to be one of the best sneaker collectors, enthusiasts, before it was really popular. So I created SoulCon, which is one of the biggest sneaker shows that happen, I would say, in the United States.
Yeah.
We did really well. So I was reached out to by a lot of different people. Now, one of the people I was reached out to was this sneaker company. They were called soul protectors. You put on the bottom of your shoe to keep the bottom of your sneaker
to
new.
keep them new, yes.
So there was this company,
help them.
amazing company, that they had a sneaker, and I thought it was an amazing idea because how do you keep your sneakers dead stock? You just can't have any wear or tear on the bottom. So they built a design and they weren't able to patent it, and that's why they didn't blow up, because somebody else did the same thing. They had a couple of they were called soul savers.
Yeah.
These guys were soul savers. Then you got soul protectors, soul reserves, whatever.
Yeah, they just started rolling in with different names.
They were the pioneers, and they say pioneers don't get paid. Like, it's the person after them that got paid. So anyway, make a long story short, I was worried. They said, Chris, can you help us blow this up? We know you got a good following. So I started to advertise, and they gave me a bunch of product, and somebody reached out to me in my DM and was like, yo, can you give me some of those soul protectors? I'm 50 Cent's manager, and I know you ain't gonna believe me, but I'm telling the truth, and I treat everybody the same regardless. Like, I didn't need you to tell me that. If you want the soul savers, like, yo, bring them down to Wall Street. I'll meet you on Wall Street. I'm like, I bet. So me and my wife were gonna go. We had a sneaker store called Pounds at the time, and we were gonna go buy some clothing from a showroom, a 24 karat showroom in the city. So I said, I'll bring them to you on Saturday when I go that way. So I went that way, and I happened to bring my wife with me. I didn't know I was gonna meet 50, so I'm on the way, and I dropped by this dude's house, and I didn't even pay attention to the fact that he said he lives on Wall Street. I'm like, he said he's on Wall Street, so I pull up, get off on Wall Street, go to this building. The building is all glass. I'm like, damn, this is fire. He was like, babe, who is this guy? I'm like, I don't know. He said he lives here. I'm like, all right. So I call him, I'm downstairs. He's like, all right, go to the doorman. We go to the doorman. First person we see coming out the building, Ryan Leslie.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Ryan?
Wasn't that the day we saw Ryan Leslie?
Yeah, Ryan Leslie come out. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm like, babe, who the F is this dude? So we go to speak to the doorman. The doorman is like, oh yeah, go up to the floor, whatever. It was, I don't know what floor it was, like 29 or whatever. It was a high floor in the building. We go up, all glass, get out the elevator, all glass. Then he had like, I go to his doorbell, ring the doorbell. I'm talking about big. He had a London accent, like English. His name was Bruv. Shout out to Bruv. Yo, Bruv, I miss you, bro. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Come back to the United States.
Come back to the U.S., bro. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. Worth a shot.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
So ring the doorbell, go inside. And he's like, yo, go have a seat. So go past, floor to ceiling windows, just a beautiful, just think of
gorgeous.
Think of one of those it was right next to the Trump Tower.
It was.
Right on Wall Street. So I walk past, and I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm always on my swivel. So from the corner, so I'm looking at everything because I need to know how to get out if it go down.
Yeah.
So I looked from the corner of my eye, and I'm walking past this bedroom, and I see somebody laying on the bed. Like, he had an iPad in his hand, which goes to show that nigga 50 is always on the internet. Like, always on the internet.
He is. He is watching, he is reading.
He is watching anyway, so I walk past, and he's like, yo, have a seat. And I'm not trying to be a thought or nothing, but I'm looking out the window like, damn, this view is fire. Like,
fire apartment.
It's fire. You got sneakers all over the place, mad red bottoms everywhere. And he's like, I hand him the Soul Savers.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, thank you. So all of a sudden, nigga come out the bedroom, 50 come out the bedroom, like, just walks over to me like, yo, what up? And I'm like, nigga, what up with you? Nigga, you're 50 Cent. Like, the fuck?
What you doing here? What you doing over here?
The fuck? He's like, yo, what up? I'm like, yo, what's good? I'm like, yo, what up, 50? He's like, yo, what's good, man? So I was like,
and that was not the first time you met 50 Cent.
That was the first time. The first time, I'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But this time, I think we interacted the first time I met him. He wasn't 50 Cent. But he wasn't
Vitamin Water 50 Cent.
He was power of $1.50. He wasn't get rich or die trying 50. He wasn't Vitamin Water. So this was Vitamin Water.
Vitamin Water 50.
So come out, say, yo, what up? I would never forget is 50 Cent, when he talks to you like intimidatingly close. He's saying what up, but I feel like he pressing me a little something.
Yeah.
He's like, son, what are you doing? Like, you don't gotta talk so close. Yeah. Like, yo, what up? And I'm like, what's good? And he's just like, yeah, man. I said, yo, my name is Sealy, blah, blah, blah. I started rattling off. He was like, you wouldn't be here if I didn't know who you was. Stop introducing yourself. I'm like, I heard you. It was deeper than just that. It didn't sound disrespectful.
No, yeah.
I was like, I bet. So I was talking about my sneaker show. I was like, my sneaker show is happening, blah, blah, blah. And I told him I had a sneaker store. He's like, what's going on? Like, you got Nikes in there? I was like, nah, I don't got Nikes yet because I need a Nike account. Like, it's tough to get a Nike account. You got to buy all these sneakers. With Nike, you have to buy all the bullshit to get the Jordans. You got to buy as many Jordans you got to buy the Team Jordans too. Like, you can't just buy the fly shit. You got to buy the bullshit. And that's how they be getting sales. I'm like, I got to get a Nike account. And I didn't have no backing. It was everything I had was street bread. So I had to back all my shit. So he was like, yo, so why you don't got a Nike account? I was like, it's just a lie. He's like, you should just get an account. I was like, no, you could get a Nike account. You 50 Cent, nigga. I'm having a problem. He's like, yo, bro, call up, blah, blah, blah. Like, get some right. So he called somebody on the iPad. He called somebody FaceTime. As soon as dude picked up the phone, some dude in London. Nigga picked up the phone. He got like, bro, it looked like the whole wall behind him was full of sneakers. Mad sneakers. He was in a sneaker house.
Heaven.
He was in sneaker heaven. He was like, yo, what you need? Like, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So when y'all saw pounds and y'all saw me open up with like 30 pairs of red bottoms and all these sneakers, like, shout out to 50 and
Bruv. Yeah, they really looked out.
They really looked out. I learned so much that day from 50. He taught me a lot, man. Yeah. A lot. He said, yo, ain't nobody gonna believe you.
He did say that. He was like, if you have this conversation with anyone, no one's gonna believe you.
Nobody's gonna believe you. Remember, I was headed over to 24 Karat showroom. I had an appointment to go buy some clothes, and the niggas calling me off the hook, and I'm thinking I'm standing them up, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm with 50 Cent. And come on,
Come on,
son.
man.
He was like, they ain't gonna believe you. I was like, you right, they're not gonna believe you. And they, they did it, but whatever. So I ended up supposed to be 15 minutes. I literally chilled with that nigga for 3 hours. We was there, but he would not let me leave. He was just telling me mad shit, like
No, the conversation just flows. And he's a really cool, he has like good energy.
great energy.
He
He
has
told
really
me
good
about
energy,
all the people in
believe
the
it or
industry
not.
that was broke, all the people that had bread. He told me, you could tell 50 Cent was gonna be rich. Like the way he talks, you knew he was gonna be lit no matter what. Whatever he did, he was gonna be, because he is so knowledgeable. He looks ignorant. You think that he's just being stupid and being a troll.
He's very smart.
Son is, remember, he wrote the 50 Laws of Power after reading Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. He ended up reading the book so much that he got the plug from Robert Greene to rewrite it with 2 extra laws in there. Like the 48 law, a lot of people don't like the 48 Laws of Power, like people like Dame Dash, and it's funny because
I like the 48 Laws of Power.
I love the 48 Laws of Power. They said 48 Laws of Power is like, it's cheating. They don't like that type of dark psychology. It says it in use it or not, the game is being, you don't gotta play the game. It's being played whether you want to or not.
And you're still a character.
You're still a character in the game. So you could decide to be a pawn in the game, or you could decide to be a rookie.
Take charge.
Take charge. And that was one of the things that I remember very well. He was like, yo, bro, like, he said to me, this actually changed my life. I'm not gonna lie, like, and this was not even what the whole episode was supposed to be about. So I told him at the time I was really popular in sneakers. I was super popular. So, and I had sneaker shows with DJ Envy.
Yeah.
Trinidad James.
I'm in the supermarket. People are recognizing my daughter.
I had a shout out and rest in peace to DJ Clark Kent. Like, I had mad people at my sneaker shows, like
The Cruise.
mad people, like just showing up. Bow Wow pulled up to the sneaker
Yes, he
show.
did.
Remember, we had the girl from the Housewives.
He was with who at that time? Was it Aisha?
She was with Aisha Diaz, the girl that just said she need 50 racks for her
for the month.
for the month. She was there with him. Y'all go look up SoulCon, SOLECON, and look up the YouTube channel. Anyway, I said, yo, 50, man, I got a problem. Like, I be walking down the street and little kids be coming up to me wanting my autograph. Like, and this no joke, man, on my kids, right? He said, yo, I said, yo, like, I be having a problem, like, signing autographs.
Yeah, it just feels weird.
It feels weird, like, who am I? He was like, well, don't sign them. Like, what type of advice is that, my nigga? Like, he was like, nah. He said, you are who you think you are. You don't want to be a celebrity, you want to be that nigga, just don't sign them. Be that nigga who doesn't get to sign autographs, or sign the autographs and be that nigga who they think you are. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was a bar.
I'm like, damn, 50? He was like, yo, he said, you are who you think you are.
You are who you think you are.
That's it. And I was like, wow. I was like, bet.
But it does get a little intimidating though, because I remember being in the supermarket and somebody was like, is that Celi's daughter? I'm like, bro.
Right. It'd be like that. Like, I promise you, I go to different places, they'd be like, yo, you the dude. It's like, yeah. And the thing is, until then, I had a problem with like being a celebrity, or again, celebrities taking it a little far, but I had a problem being by people and like didn't want to be that person. He was like, okay, stay the regular nigga then. Stay the regular nigga. I was like, nah, I don't want to stay the regular nigga. I was like, nah. He was like, so all right then. I was like, I bet. So that was it, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to so I ever since then I was like, bet, bro. Like, I heard you. Like, ever since then, like, I just was okay with it. Now nobody asked me to sign the autograph after that, but like the fact that he made me realize that perception is reality.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be that person. If other people see you as that, what makes you think that you're not that dude?
Right. Word up.
So,
true story.
This went way off topic.
No, yeah, definitely went way off topic.
Yeah, so you learn a lot more, and I guess that kind of ties in. You learn a lot more from losing, you know what I mean? Because, like, I guess I felt, and I don't want to say I felt like a loser, but I felt like I shouldn't be there, and I wouldn't have learned that if I just continue just feel like I was a
Yeah.
winner. I had to feel like a loser to learn what the difference between the two. I guess that's the way I could tie that in. I'll try.
You just tied in with 50. Once after he filed for bankruptcy,
Yeah.
that's when he did Power.
Yo, yeah, see? 50, yo, again, man, like 50, like my engineer Naquan just said, 50 was like, you know, he wasn't on power, or he didn't have power until he filed for bankruptcy. So he took a L,
Yes.
turned it into a lesson. Now bro is like, you know what I'm saying? And another thing what he did well is like, he got out of rap at the top, son. Like he
Yes.
sold like, I think his first album did a diamond. The next album did like 7-8 million, and then he lost the battle to
Kanye.
To Kanye, and then he got into doing
I mean, but losing a battle to Kanye though,
again.
it's still a win.
It's still a
You
double.
got to be like with one of
He
the.
ain't lose. They still did damn near a
yeah.
diamond. Like that's
That's not a lose. That's not a loss.
But he pivoted.
Yes.
Going back to our first episode, he pivoted.
Yeah, he
now,
definitely pivoted.
Yo, and he was like, "Yo, I'm leave rap alone." Like he could come back. He does singles now. He probably would never get another
And
album out of him.
songs to like his shows.
Bro.
I mean, what better position to be in to pivot into? He does everything he likes to do, and more, and less, but more, because he does a lot less work when he hires people to do things, and
Bro.
they get paid to do the things that he
And
wants
look,
done.
so check it. His first couple episodes, he said he only got paid $25,000 per episode of Power One, like the first episode
Yeah.
of Power. Now look,
Yeah,
I only got stars because of
that's a fact.
because of
And
50
I still have my Stars membership.
facts.
I don't
Bro.
have
Don't even
cable.
got cable, but still pay for
But
stars.
still pay for Stars because of 50.
Yeah, so you gotta take L's. You gotta be able to embrace
Yeah.
L's. And again, L's like losses. You can't win without a loss. Like what Jordan said. Jordan said, "I ain't never lose. I just ran out of time. I never lost the game. I just ran out of time." Like
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, man." So I guess there's a lot more lessons in losses than there are in wins. And
Yeah.
until you recognize that, you'll continue to keep losing.
Yeah.
Is that it, babe?
And that's it, boom.
That's it. All right. Until next time, man. Thank you.
See you guys next time.
Thank you for tuning in to Blueprints and Bottom Lines. I'm out.
Bye.